All right, we are live. What's good on my people? It's your guy B3Picks. I'm here with the KO artist Rene Flores, 10 and 0, 10 KOs. He'll be back September 20th. I'm gonna let Renee kind of give you some information about the upcoming fight. What's good, Renee? Appreciate you coming to B3Picks TV, man.
No, thank you for having me, Big Three Picks. Just here, man. I'm not too familiar. Honored that to be on your platform and gave me the opportunity to be on your network. And I'm just working my way up like everybody else. 10-0, 10 knockouts, working my way up. I still feel like I'm a nobody. That's why I work day in day out really hard, and I never get satisfied. I'm my biggest critic. Every fight, um, I'm my biggest critic, and that's all I can say, man. I'm not saying I'm good, I'm bad. I mean, I just work. I'm not talented. I just work my butt off in the gym.
Yeah, definitely put in that hard work. You know what I'm saying. But we all got to start from somewhere. So kind of tell the people, Renee, what got you into the sport of boxing?
What got me into the sport of boxing was my grandpa. When I was 13, he took me to an arena to go watch a boxing, and my grandpa told me he wanted to be a boxer himself in Mexico, but he didn't have the money. He had work to feed the family, so he couldn't fight. So one day, I kind of pursued it for my grandpa mainly, not really because of me. I mean, I've always been that kid that I wouldn't like violence, like and all that stuff, but it was more like self defense. And my grandpa really got me into it. My mom didn't agree. She's like, "Oh, let's go to the gym." And then I went. And my first day in the gym, I had a sparring session because the coach said, if you cry or you quit, I don't want you in my gym. It was crucial, it was crucial. But he was like, he's looking for people that have heart and that dog in them.
Yeah.
And as soon as he said I was a natural, I sparred. I Me and the kid started bleeding, and he's like, "Man, you're a natural. You don't quit. You don't quit." I'm like, it's like, yeah, I just have that in me. I've never like, I don't. It's hard for me to quit. I have that heart in me. You could hit me with the 4x4. I'm gonna stand right in there, and that's why I in boxing was just once I got the tools together, it was. I'm that kind of fighter where I'm on you. I'm on you. I'll get hit. Take like you hit me, I'm gonna come back with 5 6 combination of punches, and I'm gonna stay there with you. I like brawling. It's something that I like to do.
Now let me ask you, where did you learn your boxing style from?
I learned it from this coach that was at the gym at the time. He was only there for a year, but he had a lot of experience. Shout out to Coach Benito, and he's the one that kind of taught me a little bit. But once he went out, that's when I met Coach Panda, and Coach Panda, he already liked my style, but he put more to my arsenal. He made me. It's not about just going in there for the kill. He made me think smart. You gotta think as you throw. Cause back then I would just go straight forward, flat footed, and I'll be getting hit a lot. I'll get hit a lot.
Right. Right,
I'll be
100%.
like
Yeah, Coach Man. Now let me ask you this. Where are you from originally, and where did you meet Coach Panda?
I'm originally from Desert Hot Springs, California, but I met Coach Panda in Coachella Boxing Club. That's where he was trained at the time. Because the reason why I got kicked out of my gym was because not really kicked out, but the politics when you're a kid and everybody, oh, this kid, that, and everybody wants you to be their fighter. That's what happened at my old gym where the coach wanted to turn me pro at 16. I was like, my parents didn't agree with that. They're like, what are you talking about? And then my mom kind of took me out. She's like, no, you're gonna go to another gym, and like 40 minutes away, they took me to the gym, and Coach Panda kind of, when you walk to that gym where you're a nobody and you gotta kind of prove yourself so the coaches take you seriously. I went in that gym and I was working my butt off. Until one time, Coach Panda noticed, like, "Hey kid, come here," and he put me in there with his top dogs, and from there on, he saw that I was keeping up with them, and that's when he gave me a shot to be part of his team, Team Panda, and that was like a little amateur with all his nephews, and we would go to a lot of tournaments, a lot of amateur tournaments.
Nah,
And he's the one that he gave me the nickname El Furioso. So a lot of people know me as the Furious, because I've always had that style where forward, and exchanging.
Yeah, El Fidioso. Yeah, that's hard. That's a great nickname, bro. You gotta keep going with that one. Nah, that's fire. So what? So tell the people what age did you start boxing?
I kind of started late. I started at 15 and a half. I started boxing at 15 and a half.
So you were pretty much a natural because you said coach wanted to take you pro at 16.
Yeah, I also want to give a shout out. The reason why I kind of know how to fight, because I'm from you could say from the Desert Hot Springs, where you're always tested. I mean, the
Yeah.
kids always they would like bully. They would always want to go bodies in the bathroom. So I already had to
Mm-hmm.
man, I don't feel like I don't feel like fighting, but you have to
Mm-hmm.
fight, kind of, cause to defend
Yeah.
yourself. So I will go in there and do bodies in the bathroom, and from there on, I kind of learned the basics of like having heart. So when I went to that gym, I used the same thing, like not to get punked, because then the whole school will make fun of you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, I definitely remember those days because, but I was always taller than all everybody. So you got to get leverage. You got to get up underneath, so you can get those body shots in when you go on bodies. But it's tough when you tall.
I'm I'm short. Yeah, I used to be 5'5" in middle school and high school. 5'6". So I was always that short guy. But I've always tested. There's no weight classes in the street. In the street, there's no
Right.
weight classes. So it was like everybody versus everybody. And that's what kind of taught me a little bit of boxing in the game, where the the weight classes. Yeah, it's so different in the punches, but at the same time, I've always liked that. Like facing big guys, small guys, everybody. Fight every weight
Yeah.
class, lose or win. I wanna be different. I don't want to be like other fighters just focus on one weight class. I want to be that fighter where lose or win, I did what I thought I was gonna do. Go different weight classes. If I get judged for that and I get knocked out for that, so be it. Because the same guys talking are the same guys that they're not taking risk. We could all play we could all play the safety pin.
100%. Now, what weight class are you campaigning at currently? Renee, can you hear me? We having some technical difficulties, people, but appreciate everybody that came in alive and appreciate everybody that hit the like. I can hear you, Renee, but your camera went out. If you want to hop off and and jump back on the link, that'll work. Um, yeah, we're here with Rene Flores, breaking down his story. His story, you already know. I appreciate everybody that came in alive. I see some people viewing. Salute to y'all. We working. Let's see. Yeah, just some technical difficulties. Renee will be back. But yeah, man, it's still been a crazy week in the sport of boxing. There's a lot going on. We just came off the back of the Woke versus Shields unanimous decision win over Lonnie Daniels. We also had Elijah Pierce coming back from getting knocked down and having like a KO of the year type knockout. So shout out to Elijah Pierce. We also had the former champion Tony Harrison. He was back in action this weekend. He did have a good performance. He got a unanimous decision victory. He did get dropped in the ninth round, but he overcame that adversity to pretty much close the show and win the 10th round. So shout out to the former champ Tony Harrison. They had a great event out there. We also had the young phenom, the Puerto Rican star Xander Zayas. He became WBO junior welterweight champion. Shout out to Xander. hold on 1 second. Um, okay. All right, I'm about to get Renee back with us so we can finish up the interview. Had a little technical difficulty, but we're gonna get everything squared away. But yeah, so back to the new WBO junior middleweight champion of the world, Xander Zayas, 22 years old. He's the youngest champion in boxing currently. So big shout out to Xander Zayas. Also, we saw Shushu Carrington back over the weekend. We definitely want to see Shushu Carrington. Um, okay, I think I got Renee back. All right.
Oh, back on. Okay.
We still live with it. Little technical difficulties, but I kept it live, rocking and rolling. We definitely gonna keep moving and growing. All right, so I was asking, you was telling me that you started boxing at 15 and a half, right?
Yes,
Like a
sir.
fifth grade. Okay. Okay. Now let me ask you this. How speak about your amateur background. How long did you stay amateurs and about how many amateur fights did you have?
I had 24 amateur fights.
24. Okay. That's
It
good.
was
And
not. It
what
was not. It was not.
go ahead, Renee, I'm listening.
You cut off. Sorry.
No, I
How
was
many?
like
24 fights.
okay, 24 amateur fights. Okay. Yeah, that's no, that's so that's so did you consider when you went pro, did you feel like you were ready to turn pro? Like did you feel like you had more of a pro style or amateur style?
Honestly, I wasn't ready for nothing because I was coming off of a 6 year like layoff when I was trying to look for the dream. It didn't come to me, and then I thought I wasn't ready, but kind of what was itching me was becoming pro. That was
Hmm.
itching me. Like I turned pro, and it was like lose or win. It was just getting it off my chest because every day go by, and a lot of people tell me what happened. You could have went. Bro, guy, you should have done it, and all that. And I was like, yeah, bro, I'm sorry. I feel like I let my people down.
100%. No,
So
I
when I came
definitely
back, it
understand.
was like they offered me this fight, and I was going there for how would they call it? I was going there as the underdog. Like me, me and the grinder. Win or lose, it's like I was going there against a young prospect coming out of the Mexican team. So it was like,
Yeah, that you broke up a little bit on that last part, Renee, but let me let me ask you this. So like as far as you were on the you said you were on the what was the team that did you just said you were on? You broke up a little bit. Can you hear me, Renee? All right, salute to all the people. Yeah, we having a little bit of technical difficulties, but we're gonna get through this. Oh, you got your picture back. How's your audio? Am I coming through? I
you're
don't think
back.
it's
Okay,
okay. I'm back. Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, okay, perfect. All right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. All right, cool. So you were speaking about it. What team were you on? You said something about an amateur team that you were a part of.
No, I was going against when turned pro. I was going against a young prospect when I made my pro debut, and I just took the
Okay,
fight like as a B side. not knowing what could happen. I just they just told me, hey, there's this fight. You want to go
Yeah,
pro? And I was like, yeah, I want to get out of my. And then I just had like literally I had a month and a half just to train, and it was short notice, but I just took it just like, oh, I want to get. If I get knocked out, then it's whatever. I just want to come back and put my all. And if it didn't work out, at least I got it out of my chest.
yeah, yeah. And so you end up knocking them out, obviously, because you 10-0 with 10 KOs.
Yeah, but it was just like the little small gloves. It was different for me. The pro experience, small gloves, no
Yeah.
headgear. I don't know. I just threw a hook and ended up knocking him out. And it was just like, what the hell? Like nobody expected me to do that, so it was just like a life changing kind of for a little bit. But then I wasn't guaranteed. Like I wasn't satisfied. I was like, well, okay, what now? I knocked him out. What now? And then the promoter ended up calling me back.
Nah, that's dope. So you got another opportunity with the same promoter.
Yeah, she's like, nah. Everybody looked at me like, nah, there's no way. Like it was a lucky shot or something. So they called me back like this guy gotta lose. They gotta see me lose. And when I went back, I trained. I trained like maybe it's a sign to come back. I gave him my own training, came back, ended up knocking another guy out, and from there on, other promoters started getting to know me, and I fought with right now with four different promoters so far, and they kind of just offer me fights, and I just go with the best offer and go from there.
Nah, that's that. I mean, you gotta take the most money. You in prize fighting now. So now you 10-0 with 10 KOs. You kind of moving towards contender status. Would you say you're moving towards contender status? Or do you feel like you want
Yes, well,
to?
I mean, I feel like I just my hard work speaks for itself. I feel like in 1 year I did what a lot of things that I thought I was never gonna do because
Uh-huh.
I was just on the sideline kind of looking at all the kids that I grew up in the amateurs like, damn, dude, I beat this guy, and all these guys are top contenders now. So I'm like, man, what the hell, like
Mhm.
like I'm proud for them, good for them, but I'm like, what could I do? What could I do? What could I do?
Yeah.
And that's when I was
So
like, just go for it.
no, I see, and it's a beautiful thing because now you started your first pro fight was August 9th, 2024,
Yes, I'm
and
almost gonna complete a year.
yeah, with 11 fight. I mean, you
A
already
year.
got 10 fights in a year, so you're a throwback fighter. So that's a great story in and of itself. Your first year of boxing, 10-0, 10 KOs, and pro boxing. Now you have your upcoming fight, September 20th. Do you already have opponent or
Yes,
just a
I'm
date?
facing against. No, I have a tough opponent against me. He's a veteran with 42 fights. I think
Okay.
only like 5 losses. He's from
Mm,
Argentina. He's a he's a brawler. He's not an easy, not an easy fight. He keeps coming. You hit him hard. He's a brawler. He's a brawler. Comes to
uh
fight.
So, what's his
It's not
name?
gonna be easy. Eduardo Damien from Argentina.
First name Eduardo, last name Damien.
Damien, and
Okay.
he's a tough veteran from Argentina. He's known for upsets, and I don't take nothing like lightly. I take every fight like if it was a world title fight.
Yeah,
Like they can bring somebody
100%.
with, you know. I take my fight seriously. Every fight I never take for granted. I take every fight seriously.
Nah, that's the best way to do it. So that way, you stay on your P's and Q's. And you want to keep your knockout streak going. I mean, that's key. You can sell that. Um, a lot of times, that's really what you want. And this is your fam right here. Look, let me show you this. Salute to our missions paradise. Shout out from Corona. Chino. Noe, Juan, and Tapitio to Renee. Homie is a beast. Salute, salute. Appreciate you. God bless you for coming to the live.
No,
Thank you. Um,
no, thank you. They're my. I know them. They're my high school homies. I know who they are. No, thank
salute,
you for tuning
salute.
in. I appreciate you guys. I'm not saying I'm famous or nothing like that, but I got a, my city got my back. I'm from a little small town. There's a hot springs, and I'm proud to be from there. There's nothing
Yeah,
really out there besides it's known for violence. That's all we're known for. But I don't want people to know us for violence. There's a hot springs all the way, and that's where I'm from and raised, and I'm part of that. And hopefully bring a little title. I actually like a little story that I actually fought for the WBC First Box title eliminator, my last fight.
nice. That's good. That's
It's a
good. So
little
is this going
title,
to be
but
for the title?
yeah, that's what the managers were saying, that this was gonna be for the title for the little WBC First Box, but they're not gonna just hand it to me. They're gonna give me a test. They're gonna give me a
Yeah, you
test
can
where it's
tell.
gonna be it's gonna be hard.
Yeah, it's a tough.
He's gonna come to kill
Because
me.
you said he's gonna be 32-5. Yeah, he's a tough veteran. So yeah, that's gonna be an interesting test.
It's gonna be a test where they were kind of scared for me, but I told my manager where I'm already here. I don't want to get babied. I feel like all those 6 years I lost a lot of time. I don't want to be babied. Let's go, lose your weight. And I feel like I'm taking risk. 1 year being pro, I feel like not a lot of people, will take 11 fights in 1 year in their pro career. I just rushed that. Let's go, month after month. Let's go. There's no time to waste. I know a lot
Yeah,
of people tell me you're rushing it. I'm like, dude, like, honestly, to top it off, I don't want to be, I don't know, I don't want to be a pro boxer at 33, 34. If the money's right, I'll come back. But if it's not right, then it's like no need for me to take punishment no more. I kind of just
yeah.
came back to kind of rush my career 3 or 4 years, and that's it. We hanging them up.
You want to see what you can get out of the sport.
Yeah, because like it's not forever. You can't be a boxer all your life, and
Yeah,
it's like that's why I'm kind of sad a little bit because those 6 years could have been helpful, but God knew it wasn't my time yet because I wasn't ready yet for a lot
yeah,
of things because it's not just boxing. Kind of it's the business side. It's kind of corrupt, so it's just
so
like So I'm just taking the best out of it and trying to make the best out of it. And I don't know, I'm always humble, man. I don't like because if you would have talked like now like I'm gonna tell you like this, if you would have talked to the Furioso that was back in when he was 18, 17, 20, 21, he was a whole different guy. He was ignorant. He was cocky. He was already the stars. He felt like he was Floyd over here when he hadn't
yeah,
done nothing in the sport. And all that the guy you see right now is like a lot of things humbled me. When I left boxing, I started working construction and all that stuff humbled me, like all that
yeah.
stuff, like people
Hard
seeing
work.
me, asking me like, "Hey, what happened to boxing?" I was like, "Ah, forget about boxing. I don't want to know about boxing. I just want to work, and that's it."
Hmm. But see, man, that's a great part about life, man. God reveals things to us, and over time, we he just shape us and we grow. So, man, that's a great story, bro. Now I do see you do got a big following. You said you're pretty much famous in your city. When did you really pick up your steam on Instagram?
When I was an amateur, because I was like, it's nothing. It's like not to be cocky. It's like people think it's new to me, but in those 24 fights, I won 5 national titles.
Say that again. You cut out a little bit, Renee.
Like it's something not familiar to me. Where in those 24 fights of my amateur fights, I won 5 national titles. By my third fight, I was already fighting in the open division.
Mm,
Yeah, Panda
yeah,
was hard on us. Panda knew he had talent, so he was always there with sparring like the heavy guys.
yeah. No,
Panda
that's
was
real.
his
Now,
Panda's training camps were hard.
now, see, speak to those a little bit about the training camps with Panda. How much, what kind of work you were doing?
the work that he would make do it, he would focus on a lot of strength conditioning. His workouts weren't like the your typical little 2 hour workouts and you go home. No, he was
Yeah.
you didn't go home until every workout was done. Until every workout was done, and you still gotta run after all that sparring and straight conditioning. He still made you run 5 miles around the park.
Yeah.
So you tell me about that. So I used to fight at 125, 126, 132, and then 141. And then one time, I'm gonna tell you a funny story at a national tournament. I won two national different weight classes and one national tournament. It was a good feeling.
Dang,
I
that's
won the
awesome, bro.
130. No, I won the lightweight and the welterweight the same night because um, I won the my regular weight class, the 132 lightweight, and then I went to 141 because the opponent was needed an opponent for the belt, because he had a lot of bye weeks.
Yeah.
His opponent didn't make weight, so they needed his coach was like, "No, I don't want you to win the belt easy. We need an opponent." And they all looked at me, "Hey, you want to take the fight?" I'm like, "I'm up for the challenge. If I lose or win, I already won my division. So what?"
Yeah. Exactly.
I went for it. I ended up stopping him in the second round. I was like, "What the hell?" And that's when people started kind of knowing me, like coaches
Yeah.
started getting to know me, like, "Okay, this guy's special. This guy's special." And from there on, I started like. But then when I was young, I didn't understand the business side of it, where Panda had to leave to the Olympics with Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson,
Right.
Shields. He got a job offer out there, and he just kind of said, "Renee, I gotta go do this job, and I'm gonna leave you here." And it was kind of like, "What are you talking about? We have a national coming up." He's like, "Yeah, you're gonna go with this guy. He's gonna take you." And I ended up going without a coach. I won that tournament without a coach, and from there on, well, I came back to pro kind of without a coach, and it was just like I'm here managing myself, kind of, and just like going along with the drive. I mean,
That's
just
a
going
now
along
that's a
with
lot.
the flow.
That's a lot harder. So speak about that kind of losing your trainer, and kind of how that period was for you when Panda left to go with the USA national team.
It kind of built my character in a way of I had to do all the workouts without him looking and stuff like that. Like you don't have somebody there telling you what to do. But then in the sport of boxing, I learned that at the end of the day, Coach Penn is not gonna go in there and fight for me. It's just me against the other guys. So I gotta work hard. I gotta keep doing the same thing he taught me. Everything he taught me, I still use today. Which like all the workouts stuff like that. You gotta work hard when nobody's looking. You gotta work hard when nobody's like no media, no social media, no cameras around. It's just hard work, you alone, and that's how I like it. And then, I mean, I don't need all that extra pressure on me no more. I like being the underdog. I like being the guy where nobody knows who I am, and then I just go up and ruin the party, like they say. I go and move the party, and then that's why I grew my fan base kind of in the amateurs also, which nobody knew who I was. I'll beat the favorites and all that. Like I could say have against my favorite coaches, I have two wins against Robert Garcia, two of his fighters in the amateurs, two against the Diaz brothers, two of his fighters in the amateurs. So like my biggest like victory was beating the coaches that I like. Coaches that I look up to were like, oh, I beat their guys, and it's just like it was a good feeling for me.
No, I definitely salute to my brother Tim Layton in the building. So let me ask you this: you did say you got wins over the Diaz brothers, great trainers. Also Robert Diaz. I mean, excuse me, Robert Garcia as well. Let me ask you this: what are some of the names of some of the guys that you competed against? Any recognizable guys?
No, no, not recognizable guys. Not that they were known, because some of them we're still friends to this day, and some of them, life happens. Some of them don't box no more. They have families. Some of them don't like that. But the kid that I really sparred a lot, which he was a little younger than me, but he was really talented. Was rest in peace. I don't know if you know him, Danny Gonzalez. He was sent to Floyd Mayweather at one point from Moreno Valley,
Yeah, I do remember hearing about Danny. Yep. Mm-hmm.
and then he passed away and stuff like that. And
Mhm.
it kind of broke my heart because I wasn't
Rest
boxing
in
anymore, but
peace.
I knew his dad. I knew the brother. Shout out to
Mhm.
Chop Chop Beast right now, killing it, top rank.
Yeah,
His
chop
little
chop.
brother,
Yeah,
and
chop
all
chop is
those
definitely
guys.
doing this
Like it was
thing.
it was inspiring, and I just like, oh man, it's and I can only say that, you know, um, step by step, and it's also an honor. Like, I've never like had an interview to right now. You and the other one, I'm sorry,
TDK.
Kelly, you
Mm-hmm.
and Kelly were my first. You could say, yeah, you guys were my first interview. You could say this is my second interview, and you know, from it's you guys could see the process of me growing into the sport.
Nah, definitely, and you know we appreciate you. I definitely appreciate you. This is my first interview. I'm the first interview I'm conducting on my channel. So I appreciate you for being doing that for me. Now I do have to ask, like, with your with being 10-0, 10 KOs, we're going for the 11-0, 11 KOs, of course. Once we get this title on September 20th, what do you let me ask you this. Are you signed? Do you have a manager or a promoter right now?
No, I'm not. I'm a free agent right now. I'm a free agent, and I'm just looking for an offer. I mean, there's been a couple offers that they have offered me, but I don't feel like, as you can say, they're trying to lowball me because
Hmm.
they see that I'm from the hood, the valley, and they're like, oh, let's take advantage of this kid, kind of sign him for a little bit.
Right.
But I'm like I've always been so aware, like, yeah, because that when they see you from the hood, they're trying to give you that little $100,000, a little $200,000, but you don't know how much they're making behind the
Right.
scene. You know what I mean?
Nah, that's a fact, and you definitely gotta.
You don't know how much money they have. So
You definitely have to prioritize. You know what I'm saying, yourself, and make the right decision, because a lot of times guys get into contractual agreements that they can't get out of. So you definitely making a smart decision there, man. Um, Renee, really quick, I'm looking at hold on, let me pull up this really quick. Okay, so let me see here. Now we know when I know we were talking in your last fight, you weighed in at 190. Is this fight gonna be a cruiser as well?
yeah, is this cruiser? Well, that's what the qualification for the WB, because they say if I go lower, I don't qualify for, because it's another division. So right now, where my
Hmm.
ranking stands at is at cruiser. So I'm 20, I think 200 something in the world in cruiser. So that's what my qualifying is. My qualification for WBC is at that weight class. So it's just that's what they have me at for because they say I can go to 175 or drop 168 or go to another weight class, but I won't qualify for the WBC because it's I have to work my way up in those weight classes. That's the only problem about today. Like, if you jump weight classes, it's kind of like, oh, you qualify at this weight class for the belt, but at other weight classes you don't, because you kind of have more wins at cruiser and you're ranked at cruiser.
Okay. Okay, I got you. That's kind of weird because I do see
So I'm
you
learning.
have wins.
I'm, I'm, I'm learning
Now you broke up a little bit, Renee. Say that one more time for me.
because I'm learning the business as I go.
Yes.
I catch everything from the managers to promoters. When I'm sitting at the table, they kind of look at me like, oh, what is this little dumb kid couldn't know? But I'm always catching everything they talk. Even not just with
Yeah.
me, with other fighters. I'm catching everything they do, and I'm like, okay, now I get the business. So even if you're a champion or something like that, you can't just go to another weight class and fight for the belt if you haven't found a mandatory. Which means if I go to another weight class, I have to fight a mandatory before I can fight for the belt.
Nah, 100. Nah, you're right. And you're doing the right thing, breaking down the business and putting that first, because that's what you got to prioritize for your longevity. Now, you mentioned you had about 30 minutes, so I don't know if you got to run now, but before you run, we can go. I really want to bring you on again, Renee, and I definitely look forward to your upcoming fight on September 20th. I know you're gonna beat this guy, because your will to win. And just for anybody that's not following you, just let them know how to follow you on your socials, and also this upcoming fight. If you could just tell them about your fight.
No, I just wanted thank you everybody who tuned in here with BK3. Thank you for having me, and also tune into his channel for all the good fighters that are gonna be here in the future. And I'm thankful for this platform. I don't forget where I started, and those who helped me promote my career. Tune in September 20th. It's gonna be a hard fight. It's a risky fight. We cannot sleep on it. We're going against a guy that likes to come in and upset the night too, as me as well. And it's not gonna be, it's gonna be a 10 rounder. 10 rounder for WBC Furka, hopefully. And it's just we're just gonna go there and just go out there and do what we do. Don't get lost in the lights and the media. It's just me and him, and like a sparring session. That's what helps me relax me. Like that's another sparring session without a headgear and 10 ounce gloves. But yeah.
100%. Hey, listen, Renee, we getting you getting support from the Sports Talk Network, especially from your guy B3. I appreciate you coming on the platform, and listen, I look forward to seeing you real soon, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Already, Renee.